Hey, Jack Marks, $1 trillion man is back. Look, I've helped create over $1 trillion in increases in market value, shareholder value, over the last 25 years for thousands of public companies. And here is one thing that is quite fascinating. These 10 baggers, these massive wins, it's never linear. Investors have this fantasy that as soon as they buy a stock, it's just going to go straight up to the moon. Look, that's not what happens, right? They follow a circuitous path, a roller coaster, as the stock goes from hero to villain and back again. And look, one of the best opportunities that we find is when these stocks that end up becoming massive winners, when they have that inevitable stumble, which they always do. There's always a setback. In any growth company, it's not a smooth line. It's not a straight path from 5 cents to $50. It's not a straight line. Or even from 5 cents to $5. It's never a straight line. It is a circuitous path roller coaster. So here's what happens almost all the time. A company will come out of the gate strong. They'll have some initial success, some big achievements, hit some milestones. Investors start extrapolating this to be, even bigger into the future. And a stock that goes from, let's just say, from 10 cents. It goes to 50 cents, right? It goes from 10, so it's a 5x, which is pretty common, right? So it goes from 10 cents to 50 cents. It's a 5-bagger. As soon as they hit a couple of stumbles, the stock will probably drop by 50%, at least 35 to 50%. All the doubters will come out of the woodwork. The haters, they'll say, "Oh, this thing is a scam. This is, I told you so," and etc., etc. Look, what's going to happen is, at this point, if the company is actually, what we think it is, right? If our thesis is correct that this is potentially a 10x to 100x, what's going to happen is, after it has that stumble, it's going to probably stay in that area for a couple of months. It's going to take a couple of months to recover once it's had that first stumble, which, by the way, is inevitable, right? So it's going to consolidate in this range for, maybe 3 months or so. And then, at that point, everybody has given up on the stock. Almost everybody has given up on it. And that's when the best opportunities sometimes can happen, because now that everybody's given up on it, any positive upside surprise could send this thing flying. And what I find happens almost inevitably is that the real champions, these stocks that become our 10 baggers, 100 baggers. And by the way, you can tell if they're going to be winners based on the news flow. That consistent news flow is what tells you that these things are champions. All of a sudden, they turn around. They get a couple surprises. The stock starts moving. Next thing you know, it was, went from that 10 cents to 50 cents back to, 20 cents or whatever. And now, this thing goes from 20 cents to $2. That's right, to $2. And that run-up, that next run-up, after it's had that first stumble, which, by the way, that early stumble, it kind of immunizes, it's immunity. It immunizes the stock in a way from future stumbles. So that next run-up, that second wave, is usually bigger and faster than the first wave. Again, bigger and faster. Keep that in mind. So once a stock has that first stumble, the recovery, if it recovers, it doesn't always recover, but if it does recover, it's going to be bigger and faster than you expect. So be prepared. Be prepared to act. Keep your eye on these things, on some of our big movers. If they have any kind of setbacks or delays, what it means is that there's going to be a massive opportunity around the corner. So stay tuned for that.